What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name's Justin. Today we're going to be working on our very first project, which is my dad's 2002 Ford Expedition. It's been a state of disrepair for far too long, and he needs a truck, so we're going to give it to him for his birthday as a surprise. He took it apart like a few years back, and parts kind of got a little everywhere, and I don't think he remembers fully what happened, and he's kind of he can't really get on the ground anymore and stuff, so we got to put a transmission back in this. We got to fix the shifter column. We got to put the interior back together. There's a lot of work we got to do. And I already filmed some of it, so it's a little out of order. I'm doing the intro like kind of late. But you'll see me first fix the shifter, and then we're going to work on the interior today. And then part two, we're going to put the transmission back in, make it run and drive, do the reveal. And I think it'll be cool. So yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and this is like the first project. I figured, why not start it off with giving him his truck back? So we're gonna get to work on it today.
Alright everyone, so we moved inside the truck now. As you can see, there's something here that doesn't quite belong. This is a console shifter out of a 2004 Expedition that my dad tried to retrofit in here. And this is a 2002 Expedition with the shifter on the column. Now, I've already taken all this apart and just placed it back together so he wouldn't notice I was working on it, but he actually broke the column shifter in half trying to get it out because, I don't know, I guess he was manhandling it and didn't know how to take it out, but he didn't take it out the right way. And as you can see, he tried retrofitting a shifter out of a newer Expedition, and it does not work. And he broke some stuff, so I'm trying to fix it for him for his birthday. And I'll show you the broken shifter right now. Alright, so this is actually the one I took out of the vehicle. He completely snapped it in half, including the inner shaft, which I just find crazy. I mean, he's a big guy, but you know, what was he doing? What was he thinking? I mean, I know what he was doing. He was having a little fun, if you know what I mean, but you know, whatever, that's in the past, made some mistakes. I'm here to fix it. I did take one new one out of a junkyard. We're going to be putting that in today. So, but first I got to transfer this shaft onto this one because this one's all broken and I want to make it nice for him, so let's do that now. Alright, so as you can see here, it only comes off with this little clip on the inside there. It's not too bad. I have tools here. I tell you, I've been wanting to do this for years. But I have to keep it a complete surprise because he just can't really work with the guy. I love him, but you know, when you work with him, you have to do it his way, and you know, we butt heads. And you can't get a lot of work done that way. Now there is some more plans I have for this truck. He took the transmission out of it as well to do this whole setup because he obviously had to route the shifter cable through the floor and the transmission was in the way. So apparently he said there was also metal shavings in the trans. You know, I don't really believe him. Simple. Now we're going to move to the inside of the truck and start putting it all back together. Alright, now we're inside the car. I'm going to start taking apart some of this. I'll bring you guys in. Excuse the quality of the video. I don't really have good equipment. I'm using my phone. I don't have anybody filming for me. First video. Just trying to be myself. I don't know. What? Like I said, I already took all this apart. What a mess, you know. It's not hard though. I have some plans for this truck. I want to put this back together, you know, get rid of this, put the DVD player back in, you know, obviously put the trans in, make it a good truck for him. That's what he needs. He has 2 other trucks right now and they both don't run, and it's like, and he's talking about buying a 3rd one, and but he won't let me work on this without him knowing, so I have to do it in secret. Yeah, he needs a surprise. So I think it'll be cool. Alright, so the column shifter comes out pretty easily. I do have to take that clamp off, but it just slides right in and bolts up to the shift linkage in the back. Not too bad. I do have to take the shield off though to get that clamp off, which sucks. I might try and cut a little more there. You see there's already a little notch there. I don't want to cut too much of that. I want to keep it nice. Alright everyone, I got it all back together. As you can see, I got the dashboard in, I got the shifter in, it's all connected up. Looks pretty cool. It all works. Shifts through all the gears, locks in the park. Looking good so far. Alright, so I got most of the dash back together. As you can see here, like I put this panel back on, the gauge cluster, shifter works. This is all back together, but I can't really put the bottom half back on yet until I figure out the shifter situation. Honestly, don't even know how to connect it in there. It looks like I see the cable down there. Down there. Might be looks like that's broken, but who cares? Looks like there's a clip down there. And I think the cable is just connected to a little ball joint in the bottom of the shifter, and that could come off. Because I need to rewrap the cable up to the front so I can connect it to this so it actually does something. And then I can take this old shifter out, put the DVD player back in, and then get the bottom of the steering wheel cover back on. So I'll disconnect this. So I have the shifter out now. It looks like I was right. It wasn't even bolted in there. Luckily, nothing I see is broken. It does look like he cut off some of the mounting points for this wire harness, which kind of sucks, and maybe possibly broke this panel I might have to get, but that's alright. And luckily he didn't break the mounting clip. He literally just pushed this up through the floor and cut like a rubber grommet in half and drilled a hole in the floor. That's crazy. And he had a cool idea, but he needs a working truck more than this, and it's been sitting for years, and like, you know, he really needs a win. And I want to give this to him. I finally got this crap out. Alright, I had to move some of the stuff out of the way, and I had to, luckily the center console was still loose. Figuring out what he did. He loosened everything. Cut a huge hole in the floor here. It's hard to see, but there it is. Tape this whole rubber grommet together. I gotta cut this, transfer it back over to the steering column and the firewall. Yeah, it's going well. Alright, so I've been working on getting the shift cable back in. I got it all connected, but I'll try and give you guys a look. There's this clip here. I don't know if anybody knows, but it doesn't really mount anywhere. It looks like it might go there, but it doesn't fit. I don't know if I'm missing a piece. I can't find anything, but I'm just gonna have it sitting there for right now because it works, but it's connected up to the shifter up in the back there. I have it routing through the floorboard. Everything works as it should. Obviously there's no trans in it, but I'm pretty excited. This is a big win. I can't wait to, you know, finish this project and give the truck back to my dad for his birthday as a surprise. Alright, I got most of the interior back together. So you see I got the whole center console back together. This is all bolted in. Nice and strong now. I got the side panel all back together, the dashboard, this panel. The cable's all hooked up underneath, ready to go. Alright, so this is what we pulled out of the truck. The gear selector literally broken in half. That's crazy. I'm so happy I put the new one in. The shifter that he tried to cobble together. Cool idea, but wasn't gonna work, you know. And he needs a truck, so putting it back to factory is better than trying to figure any of this out. I mean, I don't know if anyone's even done that before, but like, it didn't work. Alright, I've been working on the truck for a little while. Let me give you guys an update on what I've been doing. The entire front end is back together. As you can see, I got all the steering wheel covers back on. The lower panels here, looks nice. Came out good. I got the grab bars in on both sides. Even the ones in the middle there. And that leaves the front end completely done. It's all back together. I'm pretty happy with that. But I started working on the back, and I'll give you guys a little tour. What I've been doing. Don't mind the mess. This is our next project, this tractor. But as you can see, just so much junk. All the panels are out of it. The exhaust is off. In the back, I didn't even know he took the exhaust off to get the trans out. That sucks. It's going to be annoying to put back in, but whatever. So now my next task is to get all these panels back on the side. He took the speaker out, the rear sub. That goes there. And then all the trim for the headliner. I really want to get this done today, so next we can do the transmission. So I'll bring you guys back when I have some panels on. Alright, so as you can see, there's a big hole in the floor. Dad did say that this truck was rusty. I didn't believe him, but so we're going to try to make a patch panel here. I need to make some relief cuts, but that'll just slide up in there, and then we can self-tap it. You know, whatever. Cares about welding a new panel in. It'll be good enough. So I'll bring y'all back when I have it cut and we can self-tap it. Alright. We got the patch all self-tapped in. It's pretty good. Me and my brother are going to use the seam sealer here, and we're going to seam seal it. So, and we'll go up from the bottom and spray paint it black. And it'll be fixed rust. So that's all done. It's all seam sealed, self-tapped. Should be no leaks. I feel pretty good about that. Now we can finish the rest of the interior. It's coming together, guys. We got the rear carpet in, the tail panel here. We got the seat brackets in. Next we're gonna do the sides. Looking good. Alright guys, we're done with the interior. It's looking pretty good. He doesn't have a third row seating. He threw them out, I guess, but we don't want him to know that we did all this work, so we're gonna have to put all their junk back in. But at least the interior's done. Pretty excited. Now we can move on to the transmission and the transfer case. Alright, that's it for today. We got a lot of work done. I'm pretty excited. As you can see, I had to put everything back how it was because he can't know. Because this is a total secret and surprise me and my brother are doing for him for his birthday. Sucks his birthday already passed, but I have to work on this like after work. So, and after he goes to work, so he doesn't know about it. So, but the interior is 100% back together. I am super stoked. Next, we're gonna do the exhaust, the transmission, the transfer case. It'll probably be all done in the next video. I don't want to do more than 2 parts. And then we got to work on this tractor. He doesn't know it, but I want to put this back together too because he could really use this tractor. Apparently he has all the parts over there, so that'd be cool. That'd be probably the next project. And then I want to do things to my car, like I want to supercharge it. I have a Cobalt. You can take an SS supercharger kit and put it on a base model. I have a base model 5-speed. That'd be cool. So, and then who knows from there? I got a lot planned. I wanted to do this for years, so, you know, thanks for joining me along the ride, and stay tuned for part 2.